Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, the aviator and author of The Little Prince, said, "Perfection is achieved not when there is nothing more to add, but when there is nothing left to take away." I'd say the same is true of happiness. I'm a happy man not only for the things I do, but also for the things I don't do. In 2019, I set out to say no more frequently so I could focus my time on the things that mattered to me and the people I care for. It was the happiest year of my life so far. I've created a list of what you can say no to, and how to do it. This guide is comprehensive, and not everything will apply to you. Because of that, I'm including a table of contents so you can jump to the things that may be relevant to your life. Read them, and start taking your life back into your hands. Personality say no to. 1. Procrastination. Stop thinking, and start doing. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. Marcus Aurelius. How to say no to procrastination. Find yourself an accountability partner. Find the necessity in the things you set out to do. Find enjoyment in the things you do. Find your why. Additional resources, What is an accountability partner, and how to choose yours by Ali Wolansky. Goalcast, Start with Why by Simon Sinek. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. 21 Lessons for the 21st Century by Yuval Noah Harari. Focusmate. Virtual Co-working 2. Negative self-talk. Be positive. Don't seek loathing, seek improvement. Just remember, someone loves everything you hate about yourself. Frank Ocean. How to say no to negative self-talk. Replace sorry with thank you for. Build your awareness by looking for specific cognitive distortions in other people's speech. Be attentive to the way you talk to yourself, especially your tone. Observe and notice your feelings, don't judge them. Be intentional, not habitual, with your self-criticism. Special thanks to Nick Wignall for some of the tips above. Additional resources, 10 types of negative self-talk, and how to correct them. Nick Wignall. Cognitive Restructuring, The Complete Guide to Changing Negative Thinking. Nick Wignall. What to Say When You Talk to Yourself by Shad Helmstetter. Reinventing Your Life, The Breakthrough Program to End Negative Behavior and Feel Great Again by Jeffrey E. Young and Janet S. Klosko. Declutter Your Mind, How to Stop Worrying, Relieve Anxiety, and Eliminate Negative Thinking by S.J. Scott and Barry Davenport. Book recommendations from Nerdy Creator. 3. Perfection. Don't waste time on perfection. Good enough is good enough. Perfection is the enemy of progress. Winston Churchill. How to say no to perfection. Create a habit of releasing, publishing your work every day, whether you do it publicly or not. Set a timer, and don't let yourself touch what you're working on after the time runs out. Make your deadlines tighter. Share your work with others before you consider it done. Additional resources, How to Be an Imperfectionist by Stephen Guys. I Thought It Was Just Me, But It Isn't by Brené Brown. The Pursuit of Perfect by Tal Ben-Shahar. Book recommendations from Nerdy Creator. 4. Excuses. Ask why 3 times, and you'll land on the real reason. 99% of the failures come from people who have the habit of making excuses. George Washington Carver. How to Say No to Excuses. Replace I can't with how can I. Increase confidence and own your decisions. Accept challenges and overcome your fears. View failure as a learning experiment. Additional resources, 13 Steps to Stop Making Excuses and Take Responsibility. Develop Good Habits, No Excuses, by Brian Tracy. You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. 5. Comparing to others. Focus on yourself instead of your competitors. Comparison is the thief of joy. Theodore Roosevelt. How to Say No to Comparison. Build your own self-awareness. Journal. Self-reflect. Think of your old self as another person. Compete with him, her. Track your personal wins. Additional resources, Win Journal, Forest, Oasis Notebook. My favorite notebook, I'm Happy for You, sort of. Not Really, by Kay Wills Weimer. You Are Enough by Mandy Hale. Health. Say No to. 6. The Snooze Button. Focus on achieving your goals, set tight deadlines, and you won't ever think about snoozing anymore. You snooze, you lose. Smart people. How to Say No to the Snooze Button. Get an alarm clock that doesn't have a snooze button. Put your alarm further away so you won't want to go back and forth. Set your alarm to a time where waking up is necessary. Schedule many things during your day so that if you push one activity back, everything cascades, and you don't want that. Additional resources, A Classic Alarm Clock with No Snooze Button. The Complete Guide to Insomnia, Symptoms, Causes and Cures. Nick Wignall. Atomic Habits by James Clear, which includes advice about sleep habits. 7. Partying every night. Enjoy a party, but don't forget about your goals and your need for rest. Everything in moderation, including moderation. Oscar Wilde. How to Say No to Partying Every Night. Change your environment. Don't hang out with people who neglect their goals and responsibilities. Have a clear sense of why. Have stricter productivity goals. Find other hobbies. Try a dry month. Additional resources, Start with Why by Simon Sinek. Willpower Doesn't Work by Benjamin P. Hardy. 8 Stimulants before bedtime. Don't let yourself get in the way of a good night's sleep. Sleep is the best meditation. Dalai Lama. How to Say No to Stimulants Before Bed. Stop using electronic devices 1 hour before bedtime. Don't drink coffee 7 hours before bedtime. Put your devices in night mode 2 hours before bedtime. Don't go to bed drunk. You'll fall asleep faster, but the quality of sleep you'll get will be poor. Additional resources, 3 surprisingly bad sleep habits keeping you exhausted. Nick Wignall. Caffeine and Sleep Problems. sleepfoundation.org. 9 Food with no quality nutrients. No matter your diet preferences, balancing the right nutrients always works. Our food should be our medicine and our medicine should be our food. Hippocrates. How to Say No to Food with No Quality Nutrients. Don't buy junky snacks. Cook your own meals. Use a service that gives you quality ingredients to cook recipes. Good Food in Canada is a good example. Additional resources, Healthy Eating Plate, Harvard School of Public Health, 50 Foods That Are Super Healthy, Healthline, Eat, Drink, and Be Healthy by Walter C. Willett, Deep Nutrition by Catherine Shanahan, Productivity. Say No to 10 Reading things you don't enjoy. Seriously, you don't have to finish everything you start. The author won't know. Stop reading bad books, there's too much great stuff out there. Life is too short to read a bad book. James Joyce. How to Say No to Reading Things You Don't Enjoy, Non-fiction. Set your intention before reading the book. If you don't see value within the first 30 minutes, skip it. Read the back cover, intro, and table of contents. Jump to the sections you're most interested in. Fiction. Recognize that if the book can't hook you in the first 30 to 60 minutes, chances are it never will. Don't force yourself to finish a book from a series just because you hope the next one will be better. It probably won't. Additional resources, Nancy Pearl's Rule of 50 for Dropping a Bad Book, The Globe and Mail, How to Finish a Boring Book by Michelle Golden, WikiHow. 11 Completing Useless Things. Prioritize your tasks, and only do the ones that matter. Nothing is less productive than to make more efficient what should not be done at all. Peter Drucker. How to Say No to Completing Useless Things. Reflect regularly on your priorities. Know what is useless. Additional resources, The Eisenhower Matrix, The Wheel of Life. Ikigai. 12 Tap on the Shoulder Interruptions. A report from the workplace research firm Udemy found that the biggest factor reducing productivity is tap on the shoulder interruptions. Noisy, interruption-prone offices make employees unmotivated, stressed, and frustrated. Udemy. How to Say No to Tap on the Shoulder Interruptions. With your colleagues, set rules for when it is and isn't okay to interrupt you. For example, if I'm wearing my over-ear headphones, my colleagues know to leave me alone. Ask your manager to work remotely on some days. Do your core work before or after most people are at the office. Additional resources, 2018 Workplace Distraction Report. Udemy. How startup founders can take advantage of new co-working trends for maximum team performance. Crunchbase, The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. Remote Office Not Required by Jason Fried. Work Together Anywhere by Lisette Sutherland. 13 Responding to Messages ad hoc. Set blocks of times to answer messages. Emails get reaction. Phone calls start conversations. Simon Sinek. How to Say No to Responding to Messages ad hoc. Specify blocks of time in your week to reply to messages. I do this at 2 p.m. every day. Don't leave your email client displayed on your computer. Turn off non-important notifications on your phone. Don't dual screen for tasks that don't require 2 screens. Most don't. Additional resources, Why You Should Not Respond to Emails Immediately, Stronger Habits, 4 Ways to Turn Off Annoying Notifications on Your Android phone or iPhone. PC World. 14 Doing Things You Can Delegate. Find your superpower and delegate the stuff that's outside of it. As much as you need a strong personality to build a business from scratch, you must also understand the art of delegation. Richard Branson. How to Say No to Doing Things You Can Delegate, Recognize what needs to be delegated. See Quadrant 3 of the Eisenhower Matrix. You know someone who can do it better and faster? Delegate to them. Return the favor later. Consider this question: what would you be doing if your time was worth $1,000 an hour? Additional resources, Stewardship Delegation Makes a Difference, The Achievement Center, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. The Eisenhower Matrix. 15 Overly long meetings. In meetings, bring people back on track or leave. It seems rude, but in the long run, people will thank you for it. Time isn't the main thing. It's the only thing. Miles Davis. How to say no to overly long meetings, require an agenda. Assign a timekeeper who's not afraid to bring people to order. Invite only the people that should participate. Leave the small talk for the water cooler. Additional resources, 12 ways to stop wasting time in meetings, Real Leaders, how to stop wasting your time, and everyone else's, in meetings, The Economist, relationships say no to. 16. Takers say yes to givers. Be a giver yourself. Know the difference between those who stay to feed the soil and those who come to grab the fruit. Pinterest.com. How to say no to takers, recognize who's a taker, they always ask or even demand things. Set ground rules and confront them, in a nice way. Stop giving to them until their behavior, mindset changes. Spend more time with givers like yourself. Additional resources, The Surprising Psychology of Givers, Takers, and Matchers, Lemonade, 10 Signs You're the Taker in Your Relationship, Bold, The Subtle Art of Not Giving AF*CK by Mark Manson, 17. Social media. Uninstall the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram apps from your phone. There, I just gave you back hours of your day. Never before has a generation so diligently recorded themselves accomplishing so little. Unknown. How to say no to social media, uninstall apps from your phone. Use blocker apps to lock usage of certain apps. Schedule a block of time when it's okay for you to use social media. Use browser extensions that cull your feed. Additional resources, 7 proven ways to spend less time on social media and more time in the real world, St. Belford, 10 tips to spend less time on social media and more time with humans, Mind Body Green, 18. Listening to complaints about others. Gossiping is poisonous. Avoid people who spread it. Who gossips to you will gossip of you. Turkish proverb. How to say no to gossiping, spend more time with positive people. Spend more time with productive people. Detect it and make it clear to others you don't want any part in it. Reroute the discussion to something more positive and productive. Additional resources, Gossip is Bad Form, The Spruce, 6 Steps to Stop Gossiping plus Why It Matters, Yoga Journal, 19. Naysayers. If someone doesn't have time for you, don't find time for them. Relationships are mutual. Naysayers have little power over us, unless we give it to them. Arianna Huffington. How to say no to naysayers, after 3 no's on the same subject from the same person, stop trying. Surround yourself with positive people. Safeguard your goals. Know your why. Additional resources, Start with Why by Simon Sinek, 8 tips to tackle naysayers, personal excellence, how to maintain motivation when surrounded by naysayers, entrepreneur, work-life balance. Say no to 20 bad routines. Don't get stuck in an unproductive routine. You can change things around. Chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken. Warren Buffett. How to say no to bad routines, spend time each month to design a routine that works for you. Realize the potential and dangers of bad habits. Perform a good routine with other people. Additional resources, Atomic Habits by James Clear, High Performance Habits by Brendan Burchard, How to Build a Strong Morning Routine, The Essential Guide, Danny Forrest, The Eisenhower Matrix, 21. Bad clients. Money isn't everything. If a client is not good to you, turn your energy to the ones who are. It is better to starve than get a bad client. Massimo Vinelli. How to say no to bad clients, recognize your values. If working with a client isn't a hell yeah, it's a no. If you're currently working with a bad client, finish the contract peacefully and don't renew it. Additional resources, How to deal with difficult clients and avoid them altogether. Practice Ignition, How to avoid bad clients, 12 red flags I look for to dodge nightmare projects, Hartley Brody, The Toxic Client by Garrett Sutton, 22. Spending your work hours doing personal stuff. Give your full attention to your work. It won't go unnoticed. You can always find a distraction if you're looking for one. Tom Kite. How to say no to doing life stuff at work, be grateful for your employment and do what you're paid to do. Remember that outdoing yourself is a good way to get a promotion or a raise. Do work you enjoy and fills your time. Additional resources, How to enjoy your work, even when you don't, Psychology Today, How to love your job even if you don't like it, Forbes, Love Your Work by Robert Dickey, 3 Love Your Work Podcast, 23. Doing work stuff at home. Give your full attention to your family, it won't go unnoticed. When you work, work. When you play, play. Don't mix the two. Jim Rohn. How to say no to doing work stuff at home, don't open or close any work-related windows on your computer. Turn off work notifications before or after your work hours. Plan smarter. Additional resources, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey, Taking Work Home with You. 12 Easy Ways to Leave Work Where It Belongs, Inc. 10 Reasons You Should Never Bring Unfinished Work Home, Lifehack 24. A bad business partner. Communication is key. Work things out or walk away. I can't control your behavior, nor do I want that burden, but I will not apologize for refusing to be disrespected, to be lied to, or to be mistreated. I have standards. Step up or step out. Steve Mirabelli. How to say no to a bad business partner. Clarify motives from the very beginning. Force them to be truthful. Create a partnership dissolution agreement. Make sure that you can communicate professionally with a potential partner before saying yes to them. Additional resources. 6 Ways to Spot a Bad Business Partner, Inc. How to Get Out of a Bad Business Partnership. Business to Community. 15 Warning Signs a Business Partnership Might Not Work Out. Small Business Trends. Environment. Say no to. 25. Clutter. Have a clean workspace, both physically, mentally and on your computer. Clutter is anything that doesn't support your better self. Eleanor Brown. How to Say No to Cluttered Environments. Take photos of your space and send it to someone who'll keep you accountable weekly. Donate junk regularly. Make it a habit to finish or start the day tidying up. Find ways to reduce your available space. Additional resources. The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. 15 Simple Ways to Instantly Reduce Clutter. She Knows. 25 Steps on How to Remove Clutter. Case Design. 26. Toxic People. Make time for people that don't bring you down. It's amazing how quickly things can turn around when you remove toxic people from your life. Robert Chu. How to Say No to Toxic People. Spend more time with people who share your values. Join online groups of like-minded individuals. Be truthful and let someone know you're ready to move on. Find a mentor who'll help you remove yourself from toxic people. Additional resources. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a**ck by Mark Manson. How to Up Your Entourage Regardless of Your Current Situation. Danny Forrest. 27. Spending most of your time with the wrong people. The people you surround yourself with have a bigger impact than you imagine. Choose wisely. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Jim Rohn. How to Say No to Spending Most of Your Time with the Wrong People. Figure out your values. Have a clear purpose. Find people who share your values and purpose. Track down where your time is spent. Additional resources. How to Up Your Entourage Regardless of Your Current Situation. Danny Forrest. 7 Strange Questions That Help You Find Your Life Purpose. Mark Manson. Find Your Why by Simon Sinek. 28. Poor Sleeping Conditions. Sleep is the most important thing for your body. Don't neglect it. When I wake up, I am reborn. Mahatma Gandhi. How to Say No to Poor Sleeping Conditions. Find ways to reduce noise at night. Find a mattress that's comfortable for you. Follow your circadian rhythm. Track your sleep. Additional resources. What is circadian rhythm? Sleep Foundation. The Science of Sleep, Stages and Cycles. Help Guide. The Complete Guide to Insomnia, Symptoms, Causes and Cures. Nick Wignall. Everything Else Say No to. 29. Waiting Needlessly Slow Coffee Machine. A traffic light when there are other options? A file upload? Just do something else. You can't recycle wasted time. How to Say No to Waiting Needlessly. Have a book ready. Meditate. Journal. Walk around the block. Respond to emails. Additional resources. 84 Productivity Killers and How to Avoid Them. Danny Forrest. 30. Comparing apples to oranges. Don't waste time comparing things that don't compare. Don't compare yourself with anyone in this world. If you do so, you are insulting yourself. Bill Gates. How to Say No to Comparing Apples to Oranges. Recognize key differences. Keep an open mind. Observe the facts. Focus on self-improvement over fascination. Additional resources. Life's Enough. Stop Comparing Yourself to Others. Zen Habits. How to Stop Comparing Yourself to Others. Psychology Today. How to Stop Comparing Yourself to Others. A Helpful Guide. Becoming Minimalist. 31. Your Phone. The most productive people set their phones on airplane mode for most of the day. For me, it has become a brick of sorts. Technology can be our best friend, and technology can also be the biggest party pooper of our lives. It interrupts our own story, interrupts our ability to have a thought or a daydream, to imagine something wonderful, because we're too busy bridging the walk from the cafeteria back to the office on the cell phone. Steven Spielberg. How to Say No to Your Phone. Uninstall everything you don't need. Leave it in your pocket. Put it in Do Not Disturb mode. Have a work phone and a regular phone. Put it in grayscale.